All right, who's Gil Franklin?
Well, that's a good question. You know, that changes from year to year. You know, it's like I was telling you before. You know, I didn't have any conception of myself as a songwriter or a singer. You know, for a long, long time, it was just something that kind of was pressed on me. Not so much the songwriting. Songwriting just came to me like I just started trying to work on that. You know. And just pull ideas up out of my mind, and some of these early songs that I'm gonna play for you are like, I thought I'd just take them chronologically anyway, but just songs about, you know, things I'd seen and done. I lost my dad like when I was 18 years old, and he was a big railroad man, you know. But I was sitting around one night, and I got this concept of this guy who's the lonesomest guy in the world, and he's in this small town where nobody goes anymore, and trains don't go through anymore. Or, you know, the town's just withered up and died, but he's still there, you know. And I had a picture in my mind. We were sitting out on the porch of some old deserted store or something. You pull up, you know, and you start talking to him, and then he says these things, you know. And then second verse, I kind of worked my old man in there, and then the third verse, I made it where he was missing somebody in particular, you know, or I was missing somebody in particular, and it was just a little lost, but you know, it's a good song. So I thought I'd play that for you first. That's good. So I get this thing together, yeah. I can still hear the freight trains coming 2 miles away. Though it's been 20 years since one passed this way, I can still hear them blowing, still smell the smoke. The old Texas Eagle, before she went broke. I can still see my old man on a hot August night, spinning yarns from a porch swing in the early twilight. All the towns that he'd been through, all the trouble he'd known, stories about hard times a long way from home. I can still hear your voice when the wind blows just right. Still feel you beside me in the early twilight. I guess I finally gone crazy just from being alone, 'cause the old man and freight trains, you are long gone. The freight trains, and you are long gone.
Man, that is great. That is absolutely wonderful.
I thought you'd like that one. That's the first one I really came up with, you know. And I got worried about it because it didn't have a chorus, you know. It didn't have this, didn't have that, but the picture of it was good, you know. You know, I mean, I could see the guy, you know what I mean. And the good songs, man, is like you could make a video out of any of them, you know, because they have that thing about them, you know. Then after that, I was just trying to. I don't know if I need to get my other guitar out or not. This sounds kind of thin, but after that, you know, I love Waylon, man. You know, the beat he had on his songs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And this next one, I was trying to kind of write a Waylon song, basically, but it's Down in the Delta was what I came up with. It was like a guy who's been away from his home a long time, and he's ready to go back. You know what I mean? And I mentioned I have a sister named Martha Jean, you know, and so I just call her Sister Jean in this thing, you know. And this didn't happen this way in my life. It was just back then I was more into just, I didn't have enough practical experience with heartbreak to come up with, you know, stuff just like that. So I would just make up things, you know. It came soon enough, though, believe me.
What years were these songs written?
That one, and this one too, 78.
78.
Yeah, so I was like 28 before I started writing songs, really. So like I say, I just wanted to play the blues before, and you know, there's all this standard blues songs. It's hard to write a blues song because every damn thing that you could do in a blues song has already been done a million times. You know, it's a real narrow thing. You know, it's more like the best description I ever heard of it was like the blues is like a clothesline. You know, you hang yourself on the clothesline, and that becomes your version of the blues. You know, and it's that way with any music. You know, that's where your style is. You got a basic clothesline, and what you hang up there is what makes you unique.
That's interesting.
Makes sense, you know, to me anyway. But so the blues songs, they come a little slower. But this one here, I was trying to get that Waylon feel in there. I like this song a lot too. All these are going to be on that solo album I was telling you about. Let's see. Louisiana, 49. I was born a traveling kind. Mama, Papa, Sister Jean, try to hold me. I got to leave. I packed my bag, put on my hat. I kissed my mama and hugged my dad. 15 years ago today, I'm going home tomorrow, and home is where I stay. Down in the Delta, I can almost hear the highway calling me, where that yellow moon keeps shining up above the cypress tree. Sometimes I feel like rolling from Memphis to the sea. Let those warm Gulf Stream waters wash the blues right off of me. I traveled far, I traveled wide, Rocky Mountain and Oceanside. I loved and lost, I laughed and cried, always left unsatisfied. Now cold winds blowing, surrounding me, snow is falling into the sea. Come tomorrow, I'll pay the deed, but down in the Delta, that's where I wanna be. Down in the Delta, I could almost hear the highway calling me, where that yellow moon keeps shining up above the cypress tree. Sometimes I feel like rolling from Memphis to the sea. Let the warm Gulf Stream waters wash the blues right off of me. Let the warm Gulf Stream waters wash the blues right off of me.
Yes, sir.
Down in
Yes,
the Delta.
sir. Down in the Delta.
Yeah. Remember summer of '80? Yeah, how hot it was and everything. I had a job. I was a pest control man back then for Jim Jameson Pest Control. And I was taking a lunch break up there at Conway, and I was sitting in the Walmart parking lot up there eating a sandwich or something. I'd had this concept in my mind about a hiding place, you know, but it was going to be like a hiding place where you could step off in there and time would stop, so you could do anything you wanted to, you know, and you could come back and nobody'd ever catch you because no time had elapsed. It was the time you had to worry about, you know, and which is kind of a crass way of looking at things, but when I wrote the song, it didn't come out like that at all. It just came out about a guy hurting so bad he needed a place to hide from everybody so nobody could see what was going on with him, you know. I mean, I wrote this in 20 minutes flat, you know. It was like nothing to it, you know. Fell out of the sky, really. Goes something like this in my hiding place is the name of this. Lord, I've been searching for the sacred ground where no one can touch me, I can't be found. Been looking for the sun on a cloudy day, 'cause I've been hurting in a desperate way, feeling lonely ever since that day my baby made excuses, backed up and walked away. Lord, send me a hiding place where no one can see my face, where no one can see my eyes, and I won't need no alibis. Lord, send me a comforting smile, maybe someday again in a while. I'll lose these lonely feelings, they'll follow with me. Losing your love has got me feeling so wise, swearing I'm never gonna stumble twice. I'm telling you friends, I never gave a damn. Well, I could lie to them, but not to myself. I know there's you and nobody else. Since you left me, I need a place to hide away. Lord, send me a hiding place where no one can see my face, where no one can see my eyes, and I won't need no alibis. Lord, send me a comforting smile, maybe someday again in a while. I'll lose these lonely feelings, lose these lonely feelings, lose these lonely feelings that follow with me.
Wow.
People like that one a lot.
Wow. So that's been recorded, or has that been recorded
It's
before?
been recorded once in like 1980, and then no one put it out now anywhere, you know, really.
Was that a Blues Patrol?
That was Wood Nickel Band. That was,
That was a Wood Nickel
we
Band.
recorded at Rocky's studio. He had that studio that was right next door to Pizza Jackson, you know. And he was partners there with Jim Porter. ABC Musad was the name of the company. It was Jingles, you know, and they would book bands and stuff like that. And he was in there with also a lady named Pat Noble was her name. And I got tired of all them people because about 75 through 77, I played with this tuxedo kind of band, worked for Jim Porter, you know, playing country clubs and everything like that. We backed up this guy named Dennis Key, you know, and
Dennis Key?
Dennis Key, you know him?
Yes.
Well, you know what I'm talking about then. He couldn't sing too good, but he had a line of shit 5 miles long. Anyhow,
Yes.
you know, Pat was married to John B. Noble, you know, had that band John B. Noble, the Nobleman, and Dennis come along through there and swept her off her feet and took her away from John B., you know. And next thing I know, Dennis, he got a brand new van, we got a brand new trailer, and we're getting the cream de la cream of the gig. So here I am again, I'm 25, 26, 27 years old, and I'm making $250 a week playing 2 nights, you know. So that was all right, you know. We had to travel sometimes, you know. But I had to quit that though. I mean, eventually it's just, we were playing in Shreveport at a place called Sanson's Restaurant down there. And we were down there 3 weeks, man. I mean, I'm telling you, I come home with like crap for money, you know. I just blew my money like crazy, messing around, you know. I'd married and had a young kid, you know, and I was just messing around. And because back in those days, I could resist anything but temptation. I'm telling you, I was awful, man. I was awful. Anyway, I came back and it's like my kid. It's like he didn't even know who I was. You know, I've been gone 3 weeks, and he's little. You know, he's maybe 4 or 5 months old. You know, but he didn't recognize me. You know, so you know, of course, my wife had been pressuring me to quit anyway. That's how I ended up getting the pest control job. You know, because I had no resume. I was 20, 27, 28 years old, you know, and you walk in there and apply for a job. What have you been doing? Well, I played here for a while. I played, you know. People don't know I hire a musician ever, you know, if they can help it. Logically so, you know, because most of them are bums, you know, but anyhow, I took they are, you know. I took that job, which was about the last kind of job anybody would want, you know, and I did real well with it for 3 years, you know, and I quit after 3 years and did something else for a little while, you know. Went to barber school, you know, started cutting hair. I almost starved to death doing that. That's hard work, man. Ain't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Cutting hair is hard work, man. I mean, you walk out there, your feet hurt, your back hurt, and you're just sick of people, man. You know, sick of people. I had a woman come into the store one time and she had a Good Housekeeping magazine, had a picture of that Connie Selica on the cover. Connie Selica had this beautiful black mane of hair, you know, and she come in there, this old woman, man, she might have had 150 hairs on her whole head, you know. And she said, "Can you make me look like that?" And I said, "Lady, I'm not God, you know." I got in trouble for that one, you know. And then a couple of weeks after that, there's one lady who used to come by there and she would drop her kid off and she'd go shop and just leave the kid in there. And he was just a brat, just tear the damn joint down. Well, you know, she did that one Saturday afternoon. Man, I was all hungover from playing the night before. I had Blues Patrol going on then, you know. I wasn't in the mood, man. I'm telling you, I'd done 25 haircuts that day, you know. And here's this kid, I could set him up there, you know. He will not sit still. His mama ain't there, you know, and he won't sit still. And I'm sitting there talking to him, and I said, "Man, you know, if you don't sit still, I'm gonna cut you, man. I don't want to, but you know, you're gonna move the wrong time." And you know, he wouldn't do it, man. He was just playing it on out, you know. Finally, something snapped deep inside of me, and I got those scissors, man. And I got right down by his ear and I started clicking those scissors, you know. And I said, "If you don't sit still, I'm gonna cut your ear off." Yeah. He starts crying to beat the band. His mama comes in the door right there. "What's wrong?" I said, "You're gonna cut my ear off." Well, I got fired over that one, you know. Moved right next door to the next shop. But,
Did that produce any songs?
huh?
Did that produce any songs?
I wrote one song in that barbershop. I wrote "Wasn't Me" in there. You know, that's another sad story. A lot of these things don't paint me out too good, you know, really.
It Wasn't Me was written at the barbershop?
I wrote it sitting in that barbershop, that particular barbershop, yeah. There's another 20-minute one. Huh?
I'd like to hear that one.
All right, we'll do it. This is some playing I had for True Love, Winter Rye, and I got left high and dry, basically, you know. hope some of them people was around back then will never watch this video. Because they're going to know more than they knew then. Yeah, this is a bluesy little bit. Was it me who played the fool? Was it me? Was it me who trusted you? Was it me? Was it me who paid the cost? Tried for love and lost. Was it me? Was it me? Was it me who loved you true? Was it me? Was it me you never knew? I know it was me. Was it me who carried on when hope for me and you had gone? Was it me? I know it was me. So don't tell me that you're sorry. I've heard all that before. Don't tell me that you're leaving. Just walk out the door. Was it me who trusted you? Was it me? Was it me you never knew, baby? I know it was me. Was it me who carried on and hope for me and you had gone? Was it me? I know it was me. Was it me who paid the cost? Tried for love and lost. Was it me? Was it me?
That is great. It's been one of my favorites for a long time.
I like that one too. I do.